Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 8:35, a bit later than I had planned or expected, but due to circumstances beyond my control. My car that failed the NCT test a few weeks ago was in the shop just the last few days getting a few things done, and I had to pick it up. And actually, he said to me when I went over, he said, you have to do one thing for me before the test. And I was past that. He said, you have to bring it for a right drive. And I said, Punchestown or Fairyhouse? And he hadn't a clue. He's not a horsey man. He had no clue what I was on about. And I said, Fairyhouse tomorrow or Punchestown Sunday? And he says, Fairyhouse tomorrow. So that's where I'll have to go for a spin, and not to put on the handbrake until after the test. Got new linings and pads and all kinds of stuff going into it. So then I had to bring the bus to fill it up with diesel. So it's an outrageous bad night out. There's floods everywhere. Awful rain in the last few days. The going will be definitely heavy if it was around here. Be bog deep. Not a bad old day again for us. A double landed. Son of the Sam, or the Psalm, done the business in the first race today. I thought the step back and trip might suit him better, but he needed every yard of it to get up. It was a great little ride. He made a winning manoeuvre when he brought him out wide. I didn't actually see the race at the time. Bad timing. The race at 1:20 and the kids picked or finish at 1:10 on a Friday. So I was just listening to it, and the same thing happened with the 3 o'clock race. The Ukrainians were coming out. I drove them. They were like sheep. And I was listening to that as well. I couldn't believe Perusa's way with grade 1 for him and getting weight was 64 yesterday evening. I was thinking that'd be a 1-2 shot. But it won snug enough in the finish. So that was the double. And then the one in Dubai, or Medan, used up too much energy at the start for a fresh horse, and there wasn't much of an effort in the last race. I was a bit disappointed with the way that ran, but anyway, we took a few pound off them again, put a few pound in the wheelbarrow races. Now tomorrow we have an interesting day. We have 3 going with the Stig. One of them is a bus horse, 300 through 5. I had picked that for the former Hennessy. It only got to the first, but it didn't fall, as I was reminded. It unseated. So he's normally careful enough jumper. So he should be, in the frame, you'd imagine, tomorrow at least. And there's money for Cobbler's Dream. I see it's 16s into 11s and 12s. I see there's also money for Hador that as I mentioned last night. It's 16s into 12s. And it's 9-4 for Sunday. The prices are up already. So that might be worth a bet on Sunday. So tomorrow, the 137 at Fairyhouse. Heavy ground. Well, soft to heavy, but if they get it any worse, it will be heavy. But we have a horse here that we backed the last time. Bodhisattva. And if you look at its form, it was third on heavy ground last February in Punchestown in a maiden hurl. Then it won on heavy ground in Navan in March. It was pulled up and good to Yielding. Then it was third on soft ground to Jungle Pros. That's where it caught my eye that day. It's only beaten a couple of lengths. And that's why I put it up. But the last day then, the ground was Yielding. Now, it's a big, strong horse, and with the ground being so bad as it is, I thought that was worth another chance tomorrow. The horse that won, that's favourite, was I was in Limerick the day this ran, and that was over 2 miles 5. And hot deep ground in Limerick. Got a hard old race. That's only the 28th of December. But this is his first run in a handicap. And I never back horses, Harley, in first time in a handicap, because you don't know. 130, it could be high of a rating. So I thought we had a shot at this tomorrow. of 120 with Davy Russell back in the irons. Good to see Davy back. It's similar there. Ivan is third there, but he's out of Yates. I don't like Yates on heavy ground. So that's, I think we nearly could go a 2-point win on that tomorrow at 9-2. Or you could go a point each way at 5-1 if you get it. At Lingfield tomorrow, we have a horse here at 11-2. I think it's worth an each way bet. Street Kid. Now this has ran at 7 furlongs a lot of the time. And similar to, do you see Kraken Power? They brought him back to 5 furlongs yesterday. He won, and they brought him back, same thing, 5 furlongs today. They run horses at the wrong trip at times, but as you can see there, he's 7 furlongs all the time. I don't think he ever ran at 6. Not even I did in Ireland when he was with Jessica. But the last time we had a winner out of this race, Spirit of Nguru, that won for us since. But Witch Hunter is a good sprinter, and Street Kid led a lot of the race and only died in the last 100 yards.
Pole. Street Kid beginning to up the ante once again and moved on by a length to Witch Hunter. Diocles of Rome is third. Master Zophany round the outside of Spirit of Nguru. Then follows Amber Island off the home turn. A furlong and a half to go, and Street Kid leads them in with a length and a half break on Witch Hunter. Spirit of Nguru running third. Master Zophany, Amber Island running on. Witch Hunter's got past. Street Kid heading inside the final furlong. It's Witch Hunter, Spirit of Nguru now giving chase, but Witch Hunter is going to hold on. Witch Hunter from Spirit of Nguru.
That Witch Hunter used to be, it's rated 97, but that used to be rated about 7 or 8 pound higher. Now, Silky Wilkie is the favourite, but that's a closer. So your man needs to get the speed right in the race. This fella, watch what the rattle this fella closed at the last time, and this was his first try at 6 furlongs. So he'll be coming fast and late.
In front, then behind. One of those behind is Tad Reeve, and the back marker is Secret Strength, who is slowly away. Into the turn now with a quarter of a mile to go. Vespasian still has the lead. It's opened up to over a length to Emperor Spirit giving chase in second. Harb made the turn in third. On the outside, Shallow Howl is trying to stay on towards the inside. High Velocity is picking up against the inside rail. Inside the final furlong, Vespasian still just has the lead over Harb towards the inside in second. Down the wide outside, Tiger Bay is flying. Silky Wilkie is staying on right on the wide outside, and it is a Midland Park 1-2. Which way will it go?
No, he'll be closing fast tomorrow like that. That was his first run at 6 furlongs. But if we could get the pace right, we're a classier sort of a horse. So hopefully at an each way bet there, if you can get the pace right tomorrow, you might be able to hold on. In the 130, that's probably the first one. We have a buzz horse there that Enrillo. It hasn't ran. The last time it ran was the 5th of November. We're having a really good day that day. I think we had 3 out of 4 up, and this one would have been the 4th, and he was going well and fell. The soft ground is the reason I say that he's drifting in price. Scroll down there, and the only time he was on soft, well, he won on soft ground and Sandown, a novice hurl, but never over fences. So he's a classy old horse. He was the one that was disqualified in the 365 chase there a couple of years ago, carrying top weight, but 9-year-old Cobden and Nichols do well on Saturdays. So I thought maybe he might be worth the bet. Another one here, an iffy one. Never ran on heavy ground. 3rd time Lucki. We have a bus horse in there, Gallop de Chasse, was second the last time to Fast Book. Obo is favourite. That won the last time, went up 6 pounds. Won on heavy ground in France. Hasn't ran in England, is a 6-year-old. You'd be thinking it's the most likely winner, but 3rd time Lucki is coming back from a wind operation. And the last time it had wind surgery it ran the 22nd of October 2021. and it hosed up that time in a novice chase, but that was on good ground. But he has run on soft. He won 2 bumpers actually on soft ground in 2020. So he won in Warwick as well. And Warwick, you need to be a good jumper. He is a good jumper, and he was second to Edwardstone as well in Warwick. So if there was people doing maybe a Trixie or something, he could be a leg in. Somebody mentioned today about the 4-horse race tomorrow, about the Gopher. The only thing about the Gopher, that's heavy ground, and he has never ran on heavy ground. He was second to Hador. Now, I was hoping you'd have good to soft here. He won on soft ground before, all right. Heavy ground, he was fourth to Daily Tiger, but his best runs has been on better ground. That's the only thing tomorrow. I know it was soft the last day, but I was going to put him up as a bet if it wasn't heavy. But Complete Unknown is the favourite, and it'll like the trip because it took all its time to get there the last time at 2.5 mile, and that was his first time running and in a chase. It took him forever to get there, but he got there in the finish. He's a solid out and out stayer. Has won on soft before. Bit short though, but if it was better ground, I would put up the other one. I just want to explain that because I didn't answer it. I think it was Mark McAvoy that put that up today. I didn't answer, but there's your answer, McAvoy. Anyway, I'll have to go to Fairyhouse maybe tomorrow rather than